Welcome to this new tutorial video where we will show you how to play with the newest version of the 1.6 community patch. First of all, make sure that you select both the 1.6 patch and the 1.6 game data mod in order to play. Also, make sure to select all the proper graphical options in the game room. The community patch has the language set to English by default. In order to change the language, navigate to the patch options and select the language you desire. Be sure to select only one language at a time. When you change the language and launch the game, you will notice that the game closes immediately. This is normal, it's the patch changing the language. If you set a language different from English, this process will happen after every update of the mod. Make sure to start a game on your own before playing with others so that the language change is applied. When you start the community patch for the very first time, you may notice that not all the hotkeys are visible. For example, the town center doesn't have loom or wheelbarrow, and there are several entries on the mill that actually correspond to the blacksmith and university. This is because the community patch uses the default hotkey file located in the root Age of Empires 2 folder. In order to have access to the new hotkeys, navigate to the 1.6 game data folder and rename this file player1.hki. Go back to Voobly and start again at single player menu. Now you will be able to see all the new hotkeys in their respective buildings. Configure the hotkeys as you desire and close the game. Keep in mind that the technologies on the barracks, archery range, the stable and some other buildings share hotkeys with the monastery ones. See our How to Play page for more information on this. Back on the 1.6 game data folder, the file player1.hki now stores your own hotkeys. Copy this file and overwrite the one in the root Age of Empires 2. The 1.6 community patch also comes with two selection options. You can activate both at the same time. These options are intended for maps with walls like Arena and allow you to select several walls at once so that you can quickly delete them at the start of the match. The 1.6 community patch now comes with two different resource interfaces. The original resource interface from the original game and the advanced resource interface that also includes the villager distribution per resource and the number of idols. Both interfaces should be compatible with any computer and operating system. We recommend you try the advanced one and, if your game starts working slow, disable it. In order to activate the advanced interface, select the corresponding option in the interface option. Also, the advanced interface requires you to use the user patch position of the command bar. The 1.6 community patch also comes with the option to display a global command queue, but this only works on more modern computers. The global queue is optional and works with either of the interfaces. In order to activate the global queue, select the corresponding option in the interface options. The 1.6 community path also includes several select all hotkeys to access all buildings of the same type. These hotkeys are activated differently depending on whether you use the global queue or not. If you don't use the global queue, the select all hotkeys are configured as the rest of the hotkeys. Read our How to Play page for more information on that. The select all hotkeys without the global queue are deactivated for performance reasons. Activate them in the path's options. If you use the global queue, once the game starts, press Ctrl+Shift+O. This will load the overlay configuration window where you can set the hotkeys. The select all hotkeys are stored in the paths folder, in the file overlayconfig.ini. Make sure to store a backup of this file, as future updates of the paths will delete it. Thanks for watching.